Like any other sport, cricket is a sport that requires great skill, agility, and physical fitness, and also involves great risk. Injuries and sometimes even death are an unfortunate part of the game, and today on Plug-In we will discuss just that. Here are the top 10 injuries and deaths that shocked the entire cricketing world. 10. Mikey Gatting broken nose. During the 1980s, the West Indies bowling attack was one of the most feared bowling attacks in the world. Known for their fast bowling and deadly bouncers, everyone that if the ball is coming near your face, you better duck out. Cleary Mike Gatting didn't get the memo, as instead of ducking, he tried to hit the ball, missed it, and got hit right in the nose. Not only did his nose break into several pieces, but the ball bounced behind, hitting the stumps as well, dismissing him. It was such a brutal impact that later, while clearing stumps, they even found a piece of bone from Mike Gatting's nose in the stump. 9. Phil Simmons. Heart stoppage. This injury literally stopped the heart of this cricket player. Phil Simmons, the West Indies cricketer, was on his debut tour of England when a bouncer by David Lawrence struck his head, stopping his heart completely. Phil Simmons was then rushed to the hospital where he underwent emergency surgery and finally recovered. 8. Raman Lamba. Death. Raman Lamba was an Indian cricketer who played domestic cricket in Bangladesh. On 23 Feb 1998, while fielding close-in, Raman Lamba, who was not hearing a helmet, got hit by the ball struck by the batsman. The ball was hit hard and struck him right at his head. Although initially it didn't seem serious, Lamba suffered from brain hemorrhage and slipped into a coma, dying 3 days later in the hospital. 7. Jesse Ryder's assault. New Zealand cricketer. Jesse Ryder was the victim of a brutal assault outside a bar in 2013, which left him with severe head injuries and in a coma for several days. The attackers were swiftly prosecuted, and Ryder soon made the recovery to play cricket again, but it was not for long, as he retired from most form cricket a year later. 6. Nari Contractor. Injury. Nari Contractor is an Indian cricketer and a former captain who led his side to various glorious victories. In one of the campaigns against the West Indies, Nari Contractor was opening for India, and after just a couple of balls into the match, he got struck by a bouncer at the back of his head by Charlie Griffith. The impact was so hard that a blood clot had developed near his brain, paralyzing him. Contractor was immediately taken to a hospital where he was given 2 blood transfusions. After a lengthy surgery, doctors did save Contractor's life, but were unable to save his international career. He retired indefinitely after the incident. 5. James Taylor's heart condition. English cricketer. James Taylor was forced to retire from the sport at the age of 26 after being diagnosed with a serious heart condition in 2016. Taylor had to undergo surgery to correct the issue, which did save his life, but also meant he couldn't play the game anymore. 4. Raymond van Schoor. Death. Raymond van Schoor was a Namibian cricketer who was the most capped cricketer in the nation's history. He even captained the national team for a whopping 40 times, an incredible achievement for someone as young as him. But tragedy struck when Raymond van Schoor, during a match against Free State in a domestic competition, suffered a stroke and collapsed. He was immediately taken to the hospital where multiple attempts were made to revive the cricketer, but all failed. He died at the age of 25. 3. Anil Kumble's broken jaw. This was one of the incredible cricketing sights of valor and courage. During a test match against West Indies, Anil Kumble was struck by a bouncer which broke his jaw. Even though he was in severe pain, he continued not only batting, but also bowling after he realized that the team would lack the bowling power if he was not on their side. 2. Mark Boucher's eye injury. South African wicketkeeper. Mark Boucher suffered a career-ending eye injury when a bail flew off the stumps and struck him in the eye during a tour match in 2012. Never had, or since has, cricket seen such a freak incident that has forced a world-class cricketer to retire from the game. 1. Phillip Hughes' death. One of the most horrifying incidents in cricket was the tragic death of Australian cricketer Phillip Hughes. Hughes was struck on the neck by a bouncer during a domestic match in 2014 and suffered a fatal brain injury. It was the freakiest of the injuries, as modern helmets were known for their ability to protect the batsman's head no matter what. Phil Hughes' death sent shockwaves through the cricketing world and led to many transformations, including immediate concussion checks when struck by a ball in the head, as well as a new helmet design with better protection near the neck area. If you liked the video, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel.